All right, guys. So, for those of you who missed our class meet today, I wanted to make a video for you guys for the demonstration so that way you're not so far behind. So, when we're doing Starry Night, okay, so Starry Night, this is one of the drawings that we did from class. We're going to use oil pastel on it. And what I wanted to talk to you about is like blending oil pastels and remembering that oil pastels are really soft crayons, and you really don't want things to break or to have those little white little specky things going on in there. So I'm going to show you how to blend them out. First thing you need to do for your oil pastel picture is outline your lines with either black or a dark color. So whether it's black, purple, blue, something dark, so that way you can keep those beautiful lines that you made that are supposed to be inspired by Van Gogh. All right, so we're going to do this little section. So what I start to do normally is I start with my darker colors, so a dark blue, and I work from the line outward. And I'm not adding a lot of pressure. I'm just having just enough to keep this going. Have this nice little piece. I'm blending my blue in with my black, so that way it kind of pops it out, and I get rid of some of those little white lines, those little white areas that we don't want. I'm going to bring in my blues, and I'm going to make them kind of come up a little bit further, and I'm going to add a lot less pressure so they have that grainy crayon texture. See, like this right in here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with a lighter color. Now, if you have a lighter color, like your light blues, and you notice that it's got all this stuff on it right here, all this gunk from other oil pastels, just wipe it off with your finger or a paper towel or tissue. It's not a big deal. Now, remember that when you're doing oil pastels, your lighter color is going to catch other colors and it's going to blend with them. So dark to light when you do this. If you don't want the black to blend in with your blues and create that nice gray or whatever, it's up to you. Just be careful when you go around your line. So be very careful around your edge of your line. If you don't mind that it's going to create that nice smudgy, smoky look, go right ahead and put it right over the top of it. It's going to help get rid of those little white dots anyways. And it is up to you. And please work all the way to the edge of your paper. All right, so this is like blended in, okay? If I wanted to do this little section, but maybe I want it to, so I started this little swirl right here to be the same as this one, but maybe I want to change it so it's different when it comes in. Because I've used the purple and the pink already once, I'm going to do the same over here. So when I do this section, I'm starting it in this big area of purple because I want this darker purple to be right next to my blacks. And I'm going to blend in my black with my purple just so I get rid of those extra little white lines that I don't want in here. I'm not adding a ton of pressure. I don't want to break my oil pastels because I want to be able to use them again for another project. So I'm being very mindful of my art supplies, you know. We definitely need them for other things. If you decide that you want to bring this purple up a little bit more and kind of like give it that color that's kind of going in and out of your spiral, that would be really nice too. So I'll show you how I do that. I'm just following lines. Remember, Van Gogh is all about lines. This project is all about lines and blending. Even though Van Gogh didn't really blend his artwork, we are blending ours. So I have this little bit right in here, and I'm going to bring this part up over here because I want to kind of make this work. I don't want it to be crazy and not go anywhere and just stop. I want it to work. And I am going to go back in and use right over the black with this because I want it to blend really well. So I have this piece right in here. And this is kind of cool because my blue and my purple are going to meet right in this area. So this blue and this purple are going to meet. And I'm going to blend them back and forth for you guys. I'm going to show you all of this cute little tricks that I have for oil pastels. Now I use this pink color to blend in with my purple because it was kind of like a darker pink and it would help pop the purple out. So I'm going to do that up here first. kind of like the way that worked out right there. And I am just blending. I caught some of that black right there, so that's why that's got that smoky look, which isn't a bad thing. I'm going to blend on top of my purples right in here too, because I want this all to be blended. I really want it to work and bounce off each other. I want them to look like they're supposed to be together. Here's the bell. Just remember that you guys have class every Wednesday. So please show up to our Google Meet so that way you're not missing out on anything that you might need for your project or for classwork. I want you to be prepared. I don't want you to be so far behind that you don't know what's happening and you get really nervous or stressed out. We don't want that. We want to have art and relax and enjoy ourselves. So here's my pink. I don't know about how I feel about this gray that's coming in and out. I'm just going to go back over it there we go, just to blend it so it doesn't do that anymore. All right, so I have that. And then I'm going to come back in with my light blue over in this area, and I'm going to go right over my purple with it. Remember I told you that I wanted my blues to like kind of work in and out of my purples right in here. So I like the way that blended. It kind of made this pretty little streaked cotton candy look to it. So I'm just going to take my blues and I'm going to bring them back in this way. Now remember, if you really don't like the way that black looks when you put the blue over it, wipe your blue off so that way it doesn't smudge. I'm just going to fix this up right over here. That looks a lot better. It also made a really good streak right there. So oil pastels, make sure you're blending. Make sure you're not losing your lines. Make sure you're taking your time. Okay, because there's a lot to these projects. Now, if you were not paying attention like I was and you accidentally smudged all in here, it's okay because you can go over that with oil pastel. Just be careful. And also, what I want you to remember is if you have one of those really small detailed landscapes down here and you want and you're worried that your oil pastels are too big and you can't get your details in, you can do your landscape in colored pencil. But your sky needs to be done with oil pastel, okay? I want to see line, I want to see blending, and I would like to see some really awesome halos going on, okay? So take your time, make it awesome, and have a good time. All right? And I will post this for you.